Hi everyone, it's Marla at Twinstrology. As we head into this 1221 gateway, I've been getting some downloads that I want to share with you about understanding twin flame energy, union, how to understand more about your twin flame and where your twin flame is at. So take what resonates with you. So let's begin by imagining a soul being formed. Imagine the soul has this little circle. And when that soul decides to incarnate as a twin flame, that circle is divided into two, almost like real twins when they're born. And we often think in terms of masculine and feminine. For example, I am the feminine energy. My twin is the masculine energy. But when that soul is split, there's a little piece of me that I have left in my twin, and there's a little piece of my twin that he has left in me. And I'm using gender terms. It does not matter what gender you are. It can be the same gender or the opposite gender. But we have these little pieces within, just like in the yin yang. There's that little piece of white in the black and the little piece of black in the white. And when you get activated by your twin flame, that little piece that's been tucked away inside of you begins to grow and expand. And when that starts growing and expanding, we often experience what we call merges. Because you are actually merging with your twin, because that energy is expanding. You see that the beauty of that energy is not just is that your inner masculine, but that little piece of your inner masculine is actually your twin. It's the same DNA. It is you, only outside of you, with this little piece of that tucked in you that's growing and expanding. So I just want to make sure that people realize that the inner and the outer extension of whatever you term yourself as, and it gets really hard to talk about this because our consciousness of twin flames has expanded so much in the past 5-10 years. And we're always increasing our knowledge about how this works and how to explain things as we grow and expand. And yet we have all this programming now, all these preconceived ideas and notions about what certain things mean, that it becomes complicated to talk about it because I feel like I'm always triggering people back into this old programming. So the piece that I really want to make clear to you is, yes, you're masculine and feminine, but there's that piece inside. A lot of people want to disown that piece inside. Or it's like they don't want to worry about that. They don't want to think about that inner piece. They're too busy worrying and chasing that outer piece of that person. When the real truth, the real beauty is the essence of that person is inside of you. And everything you need to know is encapsulated in that energy inside of you because that is them. And everything the other person needs to know about you is encapsulated inside of them because they have this piece of you within them. Now we talk about union energies. We've always said that We're in union in the higher dimensions, and that's true. But as of August 1st, the union energies fully started to ground in the 3D. As I said, we talked about merging in the past. As that energy within of the opposite began to expand within us, it felt like merging, and it felt like we were getting into union, and we were expanding union energies. But now, since the awakening of the divine masculine, these energies have expanded so much and really begun to balance out to where it's really like 50-50, in the sense not only of are you balanced in your masculine and feminine, but because what I just explained to you, that piece of your opposite is not only you, but it's them. They exist as you within you. That is union in the 3D. Now, don't panic, because I'm not saying that you're not going to come into a physical relationship with your twin. Just trying to explain what is happening now. And for a while, I'm always getting messages from people confused because, I feel I'm the feminine, but sometimes I ask masculine, or I resonate with the masculine today, but I always believed I was the feminine, and they just get so confused. But this is what is happening. Put aside these ideas of what the masculine and feminine is now. Because they're coming into union. You've been feeling the fluctuations of this union within your energy field. So it's like, when you're getting into union, when you start coming into balance. And coming into this energetic, on the 3D plane union, is the precursor for your externalized physical union with your twin. There's no way to get around doing the inner work to make it happen externally. The inner work is clearing, getting in touch with ourselves, healing, as that energetic balance with your twin comes in, you become much more powerful. I chose this picture because it really explains what the energy is like. We have this yellow and black, and it's in both, and yet it's like their energy is blending and becoming this third energy of union. And guess what? 12/21, 3/3, 2019 is a 3 year. 3 is creativity. 3 is the union energy, what we call the third energy. So now when you understand that your inner masculine is a reflection, is a actual piece of your external masculine, and if your resonate has the masculine energy, your inner feminine is a direct reflection of your externalized feminine, and how their expansion within you is creating union once again into that one circle. As I said, what you need to know about them is inside of you. So we want to stop chasing Okay, because that's just a distraction now. The chasing, as you know, pushes the energy away. When we already have this union within us, all we have to do is continue to cultivate this inner union. And we do that by recognizing the oneness, cultivating the love and forgiveness, and continually connecting with what we call the 5D or intuition. That is what's going to bring the energy back to us. So, and we always are wanting to know what is going on with our twin. What are they doing? Are they doing their work? Are they healing? Well, if you want to know that, tap into what's going on inside of you. Take a few minutes to meditate, to focus on your energy, and ask yourself, like, what is going on within me? How am I feeling? How am I reacting to life? Am I coming from a balanced place? If you're feeling pretty balanced, then chances are it's because that externalized piece of you is also coming into an energetic balance. If you want to know if your divine masculine is stepping into the actual divine masculine template, or if he's still in the old template, well, ask yourself, how do you feel about yourself? Because that's going to tell you, because you got a piece of them in you. So if you're feeling very balanced and strong in your masculine, then it's telling you that they are becoming that. In my own life, okay, recently, the last few months, I've been put through some very challenging energy that's felt at times very threatening to me. And I was able to stay balanced, to walk through the fear and clear the things that I needed to clear. I was able to do that because my inner masculine is now very strong. I feel protected by my inner masculine. I feel safe. And so those things, those experiences that in the moment felt threatening to my divine feminine, my divine masculine was there to step in and say, I've got you. So that tells me that my externalized divine masculine is also stepping into his power, that he's feeling strong, that he is stepping into the divine masculine template, because I'm experiencing the divine masculine within myself as well. So think about your life. Where are you having situations where your inner masculine might be tested or might need to come through for you? How does that feel for you? That's going to give you a gauge. By the same token, if you want to know about, is your inner mask, or is your divine masculine partner, are they tapping into their intuition? Are they starting to understand your connection? Well, how do you feel about that? Because when they start tapping into their intuition and start accepting the connection, that's going to translate energy into you. You're going to feel good about the connection. You're going to start to have faith in the connection. Your intuition is going to expand because you're one and you're helping each other and you're balancing. If you're still weak in that area, well, that might tell you that you need to do more to increase your divine feminine energy to help your twin flame get into their feminine energy. If you want Them to have faith in the connection. You've got to have faith in the connection. Remember, the divine feminine is your intuition. It's your spiritual power. It's your trust and faith. So when you're questioning, when you need guidance on what's going on, truly the better way to serve yourself is to take time for self-reflection, feeling into your own energy, feeling into what you're experiencing. And see how that translates. The more you're doing this, the more you're seeing the shifts, the more you're feeling comfortable in both your energies. Because we're constantly moving back and forth between our feminine and masculine energies. Okay, that's giving you clues to your union. And of course, you'll be feeling things, but the more that you take time for inner reflection, the more you're going to be tuned in to the energetic feelings that you're getting. It's a lot of solar plexus energy going on right now with the mergings that are taking place. And I'll just say too, as we go into this gateway, a lot of you guys are in separation from your twin at this time. Even a lot of triggers leading into like a kind of unexpected separations when things seem to be going well. And don't be afraid of that, okay? It's wanting to show you that there is no separation. We can't really experience union until we fully understand separation and understand that it doesn't exist. Getting a lot of help from the universe right now in the template of oneness. This is healing the separation template. So the more that we're seeking externally for answers from our twin, or the more that we're seeking externally, others' guidance. And it's okay. It's okay to get help from people. But if you're getting obsessive about it, you need to step back and you need to focus on your inner union. That's going to help you so much more. So that inner union now is there to help you see that separation doesn't exist. You may be experiencing the separation as a reflection that it's no longer there. And it's also helping you tune into the energies that you need. So if you're in connection with your twin, you might become too codependent and needy on them for their energy. So for example, if you're divine feminine and you're constantly in contact with your divine masculine, you may build a codependence and a need for them in their masculine energy instead of focusing on that little piece of them that already resides inside of you. Same thing, like your masculine energy, as they're rising into their divine template, they do not want to become codependent on you for your divine feminine energy. They don't want to become needy for you to always tell them and show them, well, this is going on in the future and this is going on in the energy and this is what this is like. They don't need you to tell them and guide them. They need to have separation from you so they can find and tune in to that little piece of you that already exists in them. Everything is coming together beautifully. So have faith, divine souls. I love you guys so much. Feeling a lot of emotions today, a lot of bliss, a lot of love for everybody, and gratitude for all of you. I truly love you guys, and I'll speak to you soon.